we're back. Doing it. Yeah, man. My fault. I've been away. Last day. Got a life to live too, you know. But I'm back now for 1, 2, 4. And we gonna get it in. I know I'm a little late, but it's alright. I'm kind of like tardy by nature. Mm. Let me share with the world our intentions. And we shall get it in. All right. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. All right. So tonight it's going to be a little bit of a, I guess, a light-hearted sample. Nothing too heavy, but you know, anything not too heavy, I'm gonna put some heavy drums on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a little piano sample, like a little toy piano sample, so to speak. And we're gonna use that at a tempo of 85 today. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, kind of a light-hearted one today. Nothing too, you know, on my usual, you know what I'm saying, gutter type shit. But I really like the sample, so we're gonna use it. Again, all my samples are cleared samples. And if you do sample, I strongly suggest it. Just makes life easier down the road if you're gonna try to monetize on these beats. I have seen it before to where it becomes a little difficult to monetize on shit if you don't clear it. But anyway, so we're gonna start off now and see what happens. Well, thank you, Darnell. Appreciate it. All right. So now we're gonna cook. I usually start things off because yeah, I've been getting some chatter lately that I'm not explaining shit enough, or that I should be. Sorry, like not to badmouth the person. They're right. That I should be explaining things as I go along. So a little recap of what I have set up here. The sample is on group A here. I usually give it its own group, even though it's only one sound. It's just easier for arrangement that way. The sound in and of itself, the sample rather, I go into pitch and envelope and I switch it from one shot to ADSR. So that means like when I hit the key, it plays, and when I stop, the sample stops. It's important if you got a sample that you want chop up into pieces, or if you're gonna have more than one sample per group, make sure each one of those sounds is set to ADSR. Right, and let's see, what else do I have here? I already have a pattern set up for the drums, which is a 4 bar here, which is the same length as the sample. Again, it's just easier for mixing, for arrangement later on. And the last but not least, the one more thing I do is on the master track of the whole instrumental, meaning all the groups that I will input into this project tonight. Everything's being controlled or run through as a filter in isotope ozone 7, and on the ozone 7 I have selected a modified by yours truly vintage hip hop kit, which I kind of use as a mainstay on this show. I like the way it sounds, and that's about it really. Alright, what's going on, Axel? So, that's what I got. lighthearted sample, boom bap, and this pretty mug right here. That's what's gonna happen here tonight. And of course, David Bowie, what's up? Yeah, R.I.P. Dave. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm rocking today. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Any questions anyone has on production or shit? The weather in New York, man. I'm glad to talk back. Is what this show is for. If I can give you any advice, I sure shit will. So again, let me fire it away. You are at the beginning, and you are now IDDQD. Really lighthearted sample. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And the tempo is that 85 that I love so much. I usually stay between like 70 and like 90 tops, unless I'm in dubstep mode, which I have not been in for a while, because of an influx of all these good samples. So you know, with dubstep I'll stick to like shit anywhere from 130 to 170, you know. Alright, let's get something going here. Thank you. Yeah, I erased that one kick right there. Yeah, boom bap is kind of where I live my life. You know. Okay. If I could get away with something. Hey, that's a bit heavy. Hit my note repeat. Another good friend of mine. I am using Native Instruments Machine. I'm also talking over 3 different networks, so if y'all happen to not see who I'm talking to, I'm talking across Twitch, YouTube, and of course Facebook. So, a couple of different audiences. Alright, so just take this basic one, I'll lay that down. You could just hit record while you're holding it, which is awesome. See, one of my cardinal rules I just screwed up on. See, usually what I do is right before when I do the boom bap, you hit pattern and duplicate. Now, why would you want to do that? Let's say we want one that doesn't have the hats, which I will delete now to correct myself. And now we got one that has the hats. Again, all of this is going to be for our arrangement later. You know what I'm saying? Now, Couple of open hi-hats here and there. Maybe 2 at the end of the work. Even 1. I'll bring this kick back. I'll see if this kick could work for us. Because I kind of want that boom, boom, boom. That's a little... No. I'll leave it out. Again, make another duplicate of the pattern, which I'm really neglecting on doing tonight. So I'm going to catch myself, because all of the different variations, you want to have a different pattern for them. You see how these are starting to build up here? That's what we want for the arrangement, so it's just going to be easier to choose different stuff. Of course, pattern duplicate, blessed Lord. Now, kind of like this rise right here. So here, let me show you what I mean with that. See how the one shot is enabled here? Now the way you would see this, normally it starts out like this. You'd go to sound, which is the sound that we want to mess with. And then you go to the little plug icon right here. Boom. Now that brings you into voice settings and engine, pitch and envelope is what you're looking for. So highlight that. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate it. So once you highlight that, it brings up this little menu here. Now, one shot, it does this. See, I only hit it once, and it just played the whole wave that was there. So now I'm going to switch it to ADSR mode like I like to do now. So this is what I suggest doing with all samples that you're going to use. Now, I could put that over here, and it can give it a nice little rise. At the end. Might even kick it in earlier. Take the velocity down a bit. I kind of like it at the last part right here. Because it doesn't like go as up as I want it to, but that's alright. It's no big deal. Kind of gives it a little bit of a thing at the end there. 808, you say. Now, if you ever want to scale any of these or put them in the keyboard, you highlight, let's say this 808, and on the MK3, it's kick-ass. You just hit keyboard. Boom, you're there. Octave this down. To be real with y'all, I don't want an 808 just yet. Go back into pad mode. Hey. Now these scales you can change. I usually like using the jazz scale. It just happens to work for most of the stuff that I do. I couldn't tell you why. The sound of vinyl, like the actual crackling of vinyl, I'm totally with it. I like that. This like this for now. What I do, actually, the irony of it was back in the day, because I've been doing this for a while. Just been filming it ever since January. But my first producer's tag back in the day was the sound of vinyl crackling. That was the way I would identify. So, yes, I definitely like that sound. Now, what I want to do now is add another group. Add another pattern by clicking pattern, one of the gray squares. It'll turn to the color of the group. And the dial comes up, you dial it out to the size, and in this case, 4 bars. Come out of pattern mode, and you have a pattern. Just like that. Now, I think I'm gonna add me one of my favorite instruments, the upright bass. Go right into keyboard mode, and it's already set to my whatchamacallit, my jazz scale. down. In there you have type in the scale. So right now I'm gonna try flipping through these just to see if I can find something that matches what I'm doing. Make the scale up a little bit. Damn it. I like these two. But I need one more down. So I'm gonna keep on flipping. What's going on, Mr. Breeze? The Boom Bap stream it is, my friend. We still exist. You gotta dig deep down, if you know what I mean. This way you could eventually find the key that you're looking for. Oh, absolutely. It ain't never stopping. Yeah, people keep telling me I should do trap music. I tried, I really did. Just doesn't catch me the same as Boom Bap, man. Son of a bitch, that's the one, but then the rest of these. The rest of these don't match up. that sound. Oh, we'll find you today. These four, yes. Grid up a little bit of a finer grid. Do a little open heart surgery on this thing. A little finer. What's up, Kev? Like I gotta overlap them. Yeah, I gotta overlap it a little bit for it to hit on point. So let me retract these back a little bit. So it almost makes sense to do this. Lower the velocity a little bit. Yo! So it looks like they all gotta be staggered a little bit. All right, Anthony. Let's give it a go. So we'll duplicate out one of these patterns. First thing I'll try to do, just to see what will happen. Scales back up. I'll do 16. like that one. I'm going to keep it. Try a couple of different variations. jack up the sample a little bit. Alright. Hit shift save a lot, man. Like chronic reload in a first person shooter, man. Save the beat a lot. You never know when the power is gonna go out. Alright, let's add some more. Maybe a hook. Fucker. Let's go. Put my smoking device down. After a nice drag. Yeah, this could be a hook section. section of just that. Would have been a good idea to set up a pattern for it. Duh. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah. Shorten my scale. Actually broaden it. Play this end section. Now we can quantize this whole thing. That one out. This one. Hey, hey. Like I said, lighthearted today. Broaden the scale up a little bit more, so I do want to break in between them. So I'll take this pattern, duplicate it, and play that little thing underneath it, right? be our hook section right there. One more thing I want to do, I'll duplicate this pattern again and take off the high notes. That for later on if we want to put that in the verse, like leading up to the hook, let's say. Alright. Whoa. Stretch that out a little bit more. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. You know what I want to do? Let's see if I could. Stretch those out just a skosh. Whoa! Yeah. Okay. One more thing I want to add, and then we're going to start arranging. Yes. And that would be... Hey. So we'll take those. We'll do something with them. Shift the grid a little bit. Something like that. Shift grid, by the way, will bring you into that if you don't want to do the grid selection down here with the mouse. Hey, what's going on, Sean? How's the show going? Your show, I mean. Well, I hope. down. Just try to mix it with that other one. See, those two don't work together. Okay. No big deal. So we'll alternate them. Hey, hey. Too long. That's it. All right. That's about where I like it. Right. Okay, let's keep that. Alright, so after a quick save, it's time to arrange out. Now the easiest way I found of arranging anything, especially in this program, which is the machine, Native Instruments, is once you have a scene like this where everything's kind of jam-packed together, copy and paste it to the length of your instrumental, and that'll give you some room to work. I like to put it into navigation mode real quick so I can zoom out as I'm doing this. So let's do it. I like it, by the way, I like an 8-bar intro, 16-bar verse, 8-bar hook, and repeat one time. So that's my general consensus, but whatever it is you're working on, you kind of set the length of it. So here we go. So that's my intro right there. That's going to be the first verse. We need 4 of them because it's 4 bars a piece. So that's the first verse. Now I need 2 more for the hook. Blow. Alright, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Zoom out a bit. And 1 and 2. See, that's simple. I got the whole length of the instrumental at this point. Alright. So now you start subtracting, which is a shit ton easier than adding, you know what I mean? Or at least in my case, anyway. Again, this is just my opinion of an easy way to do it. So I'll let the intro roll out and I'll start subtracting things. So obviously we're going to take the drums out. We're going to take the bass out for that particular instance. Take everything out. So we just have the sample rolling. For the the second one, I'm gonna keep just a little violins and the bass. Then it's gonna roll into our first verse, which is gonna have no bass. How about that? And none of this stuff. Alright? Then for the next one, we're gonna add the bass in. Let the other two things go. Alright? So here, like if I play it from the beginning, you'll see what I'm getting at. Now some stuff might not work just yet, but this is kinda like the way I envision it so far. Take the bass out. Now the bass comes in right here. Let's go. Alright. So now we'll take these two out, let that roll. Then we'll do now the horn comes in. For the hook, right? First I'm gonna have nothing. More or less, okay. I can't subtract quick enough, so bear with me. Maybe I can, shit. Okay, so how about during the hook we take the sample out, alright? And we kind of do a little horn thing that we did, right? That again for this, then we'll take the bass out of that. I don't know if this is gonna work, y'all, but I'm gonna try and see what happens. But that's the fun part about music, you just try shit, and if it works, it works. drop. Getting there. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. See how the horns and the violin work. Pattern and basically try to repeat what the violins are doing right at the end there. I wonder. Might work. Bop, bop, ba-da-da-da. So I might do something right here. I might put that right there and then put the violins in right there. Do the same thing here. Let's see what happens. Bring that rise in that we had right there. For that, I'm going to put a new pattern up. It's just easier to do that. There's that rise. Let's see if that works out. magicness into here, like so. And then we'll put this into here like so. Right. That rise helped us. I liked it. Now. What is a good track without death drops? I need death drops. Death drops, I mean, just an absence of beat for a bar. So, I want to put a couple of those bad bitches in. Starting right here. Now, the way I usually do this is I duplicate the entire scene, meaning each pattern in the scene. So let's do that. Pattern duplicate, and pattern duplicate. The reason for doing this is fairly obvious, because if I mess with this scene by shortening the end of it, it'll affect everything here. So you may want to make sure that these things are not affected. So now that I have it chopped, I shall chop it. Now I could freely just remove shit and it won't affect anything else. I'll keep the snare right at the end. Chop the bass back. We'll wait for it to roll around. I'll see how that works. looking for this cut right here to see if it cuts well. And if it does, we'll apply it to maybe 2 more spots. Fingers crossed. Too short. Do it short. Alright, let's chop that bitch back more. And we'll take out the rise. Do that. And we'll do that. Try something. Chop needs a little more chopping. I'm just gonna kind of single it out. Not that I mind the whole instrumental floating over, but saves time. Okay, here it comes. I like it. I like it. So we'll chop it right here next. Right before the horns come in. Looping right from the verse. Yes. Yep. Yes, indeed. Okay. I think we got ourselves a track, man. And how about we do this? Bop, bop, ba-da-da-da. Yeah, I kind of like that. I added one more little tambourine. I think we're gonna keep them. Conversely, I'm gonna snip this one off the end there so that the break works better. That's the animal right there. Kick-ass, man. Alright, another kick-ass beat. Another kick-ass night. Catch me again tomorrow, where we be doing session 125. You know what I'm saying? Catch all of this on YouTube right after it is done here at GodMode Studios. Catch the track in nice high def to where you can jam to it on SoundCloud, GodMode Studios. You know what I'm saying? And what else? Shit, yeah, that's about that. Catch me again tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And as always, peace.